Yo, what's up? We are, I don't want to say back because we didn't really go away for like too terribly long, but like we weren't doing much, not a whole lot going on here, not a whole lot going down the pipe, but we're working on some projects. So working on some projects. What are we working on? We're getting ready for Denver Pop Culture Con. So we need to make some really cool props. I've started working on a Thor's hammer prop. It's really dope. Honestly, I really like it. Check it out. We've got all the runes kind of haphazardly made. They aren't perfect, but we're getting there. So Thor's hammer, there's lots of little bits you can see that are gray, red, white, stuff like that. That's filling in the holes. Because basically what I did was I just took like 5 or 6 just really thick pieces of foam, and I just stacked them on top of each other, and then I just sanded it down to get to like the real core, the core part here. And right now we're working on building is the hammer for it. So this is what we're doing. This is the really cool the prop that we are making for Denver. We're making another prop for Denver, but it's more End of War, Infinity Game spoilery. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're doing right now. So what needs to be done? Well, this doesn't look anything like this. So we actually have quite a bit to do. Pretty much drawing all my attention right now is he has more kind of ruins, kind of incantation swirls. They're just a bunch of swirls. This is basically my reference here. Well, not that one. We'll use one that doesn't have the cuts out of it. Are all these swirls. So I want to get these swirls, these incredibly complicated swirls, onto here, onto these sides of the foam. But first, before we do that, I need to sand it down a little bit better. And then, of course, we still need to make the handle. So there's a few different parts. There's a really cool pommel for the handle. So we bought this little piece. It's not just going to be this. We're actually going to sand this down to get it like the way we want it to. So the whole Thor's hammer thing, it's going to be better if I pull up a reference image. Don't have time to spell Mjolnir. Takes too many brain cells. Type in Thor's hammer, and we get something that is good enough. Nope, not a real Norse mythology, whatever one. We want a good old-fashioned Marvel one. There we go. Fantastic. So that's how the pommel looks. So basically, the way a pommel looks, and let's see if we can do this actually for right now, just because it's more about what we're making and less about what I look like. So the way the pommel looks is that it kind of gets more narrow here at the top. Something, I don't know how we want it to be there. We'll make those two. And then it kind of goes down a bit like that. I don't really know. I don't know how well we want it to do that. Let's see. See, it looks like it does that, and then it just picks like right back up. So really, more or less, we want to build something like this. So really, we just want to work on getting this curvature right. And once that's correct, we're ready to do all sorts of stuff. Cool. So we want that to look something like this. I don't know how much of this we can actually see. So how much of that do we want? Take a look on the paper here. It's not perfect, but we'll make it close enough here in a second. So let's see how well we can get it. Yeah. Something sort of like that. Nice. So we'll start this on our quote unquote new center. Those are our new lines, and we're going to follow those for the most part. And we're going to cut this piece out. This is technically the master copy. So let's do it. We need pieces for the Dremel. And now we can sort of bring it back up here where the real show is, because I want to get more of the process and less of like all this, because it's more about the process really than it is. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one because we want a piece for the leather to go through. So we're going to use those two heads right now. I realized I put them once again on the ground. We're going to use this head, this cutting head. I'm going to use this head for making stuff. I know some people are going to be like really confused what End of War means. It's just a thing off of Infinity War Endgame. The last podcast I did was Infinity Game, and now this one is End War. So just trying to keep it relatively last podcast, live stream I did. This isn't Saturday. This is a Wednesday that we're doing this. Let me tell you why. Because I wanted to do it on a Wednesday, and I might do another one Saturday, because why the heck not, you know? And I was getting bored of watching like Supernatural and stuff, so howdy, let's get rowdy. Dremel's too fast. That's dangerous. Alright, so here's our first little bit. It looks rough, I know, but we're going to sand it down, so that's cool. So now we're going to use this. That's very funny. That's a terrible place. All right. Let's go ahead. Find relatively the opposite of this guy. All right, that's close enough. We're gonna keep it going. Oh, nice. That looks pretty good, honestly. That looks great. Woo, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, cool. Now it's time to sand it down. All right, we can take this head off. It's a little hot. Put this head on. Here we go. Howdy, howdy. Let's get rowdy. Let's do a little bit of X-Acto knife cleanup, actually. So we can tilt the camera back up a little. And we do a little bit of X-Acto knife cleanup. I know, it's incredibly interesting. All right, that's enough, I think. So I'd say. All right, so this is pretty much how we want one side to look. Relatively smooth like that. We can sand that down later on. That's basically how I want it to look, and that's a really nice looking pommel right there, in my opinion. I think that looks amazing. So yeah, so now it's gonna go do the other side. You know, that is smooth. That is awesome. This top piece. Hey, Devin, if you want to, I don't even know if Devin is still here or not, but heck yeah, dude, you'd make a great Thor. See, here's the worst part. Like, is that a compliment anymore? I would say almost. Of course, it's a compliment. Duh, that's our pommel. It's looking really nice, looking very pommely. I like it. I like it a lot. Simeon would make a great Rocket Raccoon. Ow. Even though it only has like so much lip to it, we need to sand down this part. It got way too thick. It needs to be thinner. Thinner. All right, and I think that is our pommel. It looks really nice. They look way closer now than they did before. And there it is. That's our pommel. Sweet. Now I need to make a spot for the strap to go through. I really like how the pommel turned out, though. I really like how it turned out. Let's vacuum it up, because PVC makes the worst mess in the entire Hey, I'm April. What is up? We are still working on our Thor's hammer. I'm just going to the pommel piece here, which is going to go in the end like that. So now our hammer is kind of getting closer. Why? Thank you. I appreciate that. It's probably gonna look better if I put more of it together for you. So that I think it goes like this. So it's gonna be something like that by the time we're done. So I'm really excited for it. It's gonna look really cool. We're still in the very, very, very early stages of it, but we're getting there. So this needs a little bit more sanding. Should get my reference out of the way. Fantastic. So yeah, this needs not this pipe. This pipe actually does need a little bit of sanding now that I think about it. So I'm gonna do this really quick. Yes, I absolutely cannot wait until everybody is here this summer. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be really awesome. Let's move some stuff out of the way. That piece can go over here. That can go down there. These can go over here. This can go down there. This all can go here. These. All right. Now we're gonna sand the head of the hammer. I don't want to call it like the hammer head, but that's what it is. The head of the hammer for a little bit. You're gonna see a lot of cardboard box more than anything. Kinda, pretty much. Yeah. All right. Let's kind of get how we want it to look here. One of these was off, this one. All right, that is better. Looks definitely same here. All right, that looks a lot better. That looks way, 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 way better. Now it's time to look at it without a mask on and see how it looks. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, cool. So now it's gonna be how we decide to do the handle. And I think this is the way we want to go. It's gonna make it look huge. Give me a second. Brief intermission on the prop shop. I don't even know why I said brief intermission. That's ridiculous to use this handle. It's too thin. Much, much too thin in order to do whatever we need it to be. So let's say that as opposed to this. I don't think so at all. I think that should work. All right, cool. this. I'm going to hold it like that. Where the marker go? Right here. Something like that. And something like that. Okie dokie. All right, sweet rabbit. Here we go. It's going to be tight. That's okay. Foam stretches like a lot. So we actually don't need some of it now, do we? Let me see if this works. I already feel like it won't work. That's what I figured would happen. That's dumb. All right, didn't think that was gonna happen. We'll just sand it down again. Yay! Yay! You know, it's gonna be 10 times easier than sanding. Like 10 times easier than trying to get the edge all straight and whatever. It's gonna be using this, baby. It's gonna be using this. Look at all that dust it made. That's why I'm wearing a white shirt, just so you know. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and take off all the weird film stuff. Nah, we'll fix it later. Don't worry about it. A little bit of sandpaper here. What a nice live stream. Not a lot of people popping in. That's okay. It's not too bad. I'm just me, myself, and I. Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Sorry to anyone who's popping in. It's funny. That's really funny. All right, cool. Hammer. So now what we're going to do is we're going to realize that we don't need some of this stuff. Because that fits so snugly. All right, y'all ready for this? Ready for how I'm going to cheat? Oh yeah, that's how we're going to cheat. How do we get these kind of hammer designs onto that hammer without having to make a million little pieces? We're going to cheat. Like, we're going to like cheat like pretty hardcore. Honestly, I think it's a pretty great idea in my opinion, you know. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm excited for how we're going to cheat this. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Someday, yeah, we'll work together, we'll get it all done. Someday, yeah, the world's much brighter. Do. We're gonna get this smoking crazy hot. Ready, folks? Ready, folks? Both sides. That's how we know it's crazy hot. The work time is going to be really, really low. But here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, baby. We kind of sort of did it. How? There it is. Now it's easy. We'll just cut all these little buggers out and glue them on here. Make it really simple. All right, cool. So now I'm going to switch the camera view to a little lower, like that. This is tough, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. This is like really tough. This is really hard. Oh man, these are just gonna be like, that's trash. That one's a bad one. It's garbage. Garbage. Try again. Oh, this one was actually a pretty good one. We messed up a little here on the end. That's okay. Pow. Look at this. This is our first one. Let's see how, let's check out how good it looks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good stuff right there. This is gonna be so fun to glue on. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. You know what? I think what we should do now instead is focus on making like a really good like one at a time is what we should do here. Instead of trying to like do a whole bunch at one time, what we were doing and stuff, let's just try to make like a really good one and just do one at a time, which is probably smarter, but we're not really known for being smarter. Now are we? And that's okay. That's okay. Heyo! And it's a weird night, so I don't even blame for not making it, because it's weird. It's a really weird night. Oh, it's already starting to curdle and bow. So here we go. Here we go. All right, and now we got to see it. Oh yeah, this way it's going to be way easier. Look at how much finer that one came out than all the other ones did. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it a lot. Here we go, man. Now we're cooking with gas, I tell you what. Now we're really cooking with gas. Dude, you made a thing. What thing did you make? I'm curious. Tell me what. Tell me more, tell me more. No, but like genuinely, I want to know what you made. Because there's a lot of things people are making nowadays. And you can never really know. Bruh, it still just says made a thing. Come on. Come on, bro. This is going to be such a long process. All right. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. The more we cut, the more we have just less and less to hold on to. Yeah, here we go. Here's the risky part. I like how you definitely heard me ask what thing you made. Come on, man. He's like trying to tease me, trying to keep it all secreted and stuff. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Oh, here we go. Now we can scroll. You want to share pic? Oh yeah, I can't see pictures in the live stream. Yeah, you can send me a picture. I got my phone right here if you want to. But yeah, no, it will not let me see pictures in the live stream, which really sucks. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That is so much nicer than this one. We're just going to throw that one away. We're going to start pow. There's our first one ever made. First one ever made right there, guys. Now, how thick does this stuff need to be? It's going to need to be thicker than that, boys. Tell me more, did he set up a fight? Pow, there's our one good one. There's going to be a lot of one good ones, and that's going to be really about it. I think for the most part, we can move the camera up slightly more so we can see the work area and the amazing host. All right, let's check it out. That's precious. I'm sorry. That's cute. That is, oh man. Oh man. Now, when you say you made something, obviously my mind doesn't go to that, but dude, congratulations. Oh my gosh. Huge step. Parenthood, being a dad. Dude, this guy, congratulations, my dude. That's awesome. That is incredible. There's so many things. Like, that's something not a lot of people can make. I mean, you could say technically everybody can make one. It takes the real mental fortitude to go down, and I applaud you, sir. I applaud you, high and mighty. That is awesome. That is really awesome. All right, the work time is pretty terrible with this, honestly. That's awesome. That's so awesome, dude. I'm so excited for you, man. That's so dope. Is it a boy or is it a girl? I'm really curious now. I want to know. I want to know what their name is, his or her name is. Still no updates. This is killing me, this guy. What do you think about Black Hills Con or whatever they're calling it? Pretty sketch about it, honestly. Because I just don't know what to think. I really don't know what to think about it. Yeah. So I'm curious about your opinion. Pow, there's another one. So based on how long this handle is, how long that handle is, it's going to go in to here. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to say we need at least 10 of these. And we got 2 of them down. We got 2 down. Wow. Yay. Want to know more? Tell me more, tell me more. God, that's cute. That is so cute. I love the Star Wars font. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. You hadn't seen that. My brother showed me a picture. I hadn't seen it, but it was Black Hills Con. I mean, like, that's, I understand how stupid and vague when I say it like that sounds, but I believe it's all it was called. I can actually check right now and double check here. Nobody sent me a picture along with like a meme where it's like, wait a second, I've seen this one before. And so I'm really curious. I really am curious about it. I really am. That's the wrong group chat. Let's see if we can find it. I might be able to forward it to you, honestly. I might have it still in saved pictures. It'd be like the meme version. There it is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's just called Black Hills Con. So I sent you the edited one that has the meme part of it by yours truly, since I'm such a great editor. Happy to announce a new fan convention for Rapid City, South Dakota, Black Hills Con. Now, this, you know, This can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. A new Black Hills convention. Oh man, I'm dying here. I'm seriously, guys. I'm dying right now. This is killing me. This is killing me. All these little bits. All these little bits make the magic happen. I know, but like, I'm really gonna have to stretch them because guess what? They don't quite fit around. They're gonna be a pain in the butt to glue. No, they won't be. Well, they will be and they won't be. We're gonna start using the one that's more toward the bottom here, the thicker one, because the one up towards the top is too narrow. So we're gonna use the ones down here. I think they should be bigger. I mean, this bottom gets thicker than the top, so it ought to work. It ought to work. All right. Pow, make another one because it's going to take forever. Fempool, cool. That was the chick has she always been? I honestly don't know who is even under that mask. I just know she was always Lady Deadpool under at SODACCon. So it's a good thing because I love the people at SODACCon. I don't know if I love the people that like necessarily ran it. And yeah, I don't know what it is, but I like the people out there. It's awesome. Some of the people in charge were just like more or less really annoying. But some people were all right. So I don't really know how to feel about it. SODACCon's my first convention, and I was bummed when it like ended, but it was also like really dying. Like you could tell it was dying there for a while. Like it was just really low attendance, and just wasn't like that very first year when I met you guys and whatever happened. That year was just like huge, felt really big. And then like every year since then, it's just kind of been petering out. And then obviously now it's done. But like it feels empty, like 'cause it's a big space to hold, and it feels empty when there's only like 100 to 200, even if there's 300 people there, right? It feels super empty. It feels like just like no one is there. And that's the weird thing about it, because the ceilings are high, the space is wide, there's so many places everyone can be. It felt empty. It felt really lonely. And I don't like that feeling at a convention. I don't want to feel like a ghost town, Freaking Nebraska, on the other hand, it feels like you're just suffocating with people because the ceilings are low. It's all hallways. There's only one big open spot in Nebraska, and that is like the cosplay area. I guess not really. It's the part of the hotel where people can drink and stuff, where the big chessboard is. It's that because the ceiling's really high because it's 2 stories for the rooms. And yeah, but like SODACCon, they went too big too quick. And I totally agree, man. I totally agree. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really fun. But like you just tell, it's tough. It's tough getting guests out there. It's tough getting people in. And like the reason Sioux Falls, this like SuperCon, even it does not feel like it's like filling out the way it should be. Like I want to say conventions should work in South Dakota. I know it's a really small state, but like for fact of the matter is conventions wouldn't work in Wyoming. I don't know if there's any Wyoming conventions at all. But Wyoming has just so few people that it can't draw a crowd, right? In Sioux Falls, at least with Sioux Falls, there's Brookings. If there's school in, there's Brookings and Vermilion, an hour away from Sioux Falls. There's also Sioux City, 2 hours, hour and a half away from Sioux Falls. Omaha's not terribly far from, so it's like 3-hour drive, right? It's a 3-hour drive, which is what I drove to SODACCon. So, but yeah, like even the Sioux Falls convention doesn't feel as big as it should be, and it really should be bigger. The first year, it had that new convention hype boom, and that was great. Second year felt all right. It was in the same spot, felt okay. Third year now, it's gonna be the 4th year here this year, but the third year, it was like we're a convention, we're still having people, we still have a lot of people in the cosplay competition, which is really cool, but it's not a ton. Yeah, it is still growing. It really is still growing. And I want to see what it's gonna mellow out. I feel like this 4th year, the 4th and 3rd year are kind of like the mellowing out years that you can kind of gauge what the numbers are gonna be. But like the guys in charge, from what I hear, and I mean, I'm not in the cosplay drama, but they're not they're not thinking with what's between their ears a lot of the time for when they're. I'll leave it at that. But like, I should really make more of these. I can talk and make more of these. It takes like 2 seconds. But like, SuperCon, I want it to get really big because I want there to be a good South Dakota convention. Like Anime Alpha, as cool as that may have seemed, it wasn't healthy for the state. Like, you could honestly tell with Anime Alpha, way too hot. Holy shit. Didn't want to swear on camera there. Sorry. This piece is too small anyways. Whatever. So let's do this. Yeah. All right. I think we got to end it there, guys. Basically, we got to see what I was up to. I'm going to definitely do another one here in Saturday. Saturday, we're doing one. All right. So everybody stay tuned. We're here for an hour or so. Saturdays, I'm going to do it. Thank you guys so much. I kind of got off topic like crazy there at the end. But hopefully by Saturday, we're working on a new prop, and it's not Thor's hammer. My goal is to be done with Thor's hammer by Saturday. So I'll have pretty much all day Saturday, a lot of the time on Thursday, very little time, pretty much no time on Friday. But hopefully we can get it all done. Anyways, guys, see you in the next one. Goodbye.